Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And off we go from Nashville. From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Willis, 3rd and long.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Returnable here from the 38. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing here, Corral. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Corral sets up play action. Out to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, here's Corral. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mo Alley-Cox, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
3rd down, it's Willis. That's complete to Treylon Burks. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Ready.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Willis. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. On the move past the 40. A solid stiff arm. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Over the middle, complete. It's Taylor. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. To throw again on second down. Corral. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Colts have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. The point after is good. And it's now 14-0. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points count. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Corral. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 24, Willis got his man complete over the middle. That's Phillips. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Okay, ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly.
Willis throws another interception, his third of the game. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Corral. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Willis looking to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. This is taken at the 15. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
is his first carry. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Third and long, Corral. This one completes Alec Pierce. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
Come on.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This will go to Henry out wide. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Ready? Back to 60. Back to 60. Ready?
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Willis headed left off the option, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Henry. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So the pass interference call on the offense obviously declined, and this will remain a turnover. A throw out wide to Woods, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Play action, Corral. He wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Corral looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes his upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Corral will throw it. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he's going to have the 1st down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. So that now back-to-back drive, CD, that have ended with an interception.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
1st and 10, it's Willis. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And that pick six, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick six, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. 1 second, all that remains. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run once more with Taylor. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. To the right side, this is Taylor. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. It's It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Room here to run. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. On the delay, here's Hines.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is indeed good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
18 Cardinals.
They begin with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Willis. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Von Bell, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they can... Willis takes a hit and the ball is free, and the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score 48, Titans 10.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From the 6.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
1st and 10 now. Willis and the Titans at their own 27. He'll start with a give to Henry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set. A very one-sided affair.
Ready? Warrior 70.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Tackled by Christian Fulton.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Barry. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. It's Barry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. The ball is free. Taylor lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. Looking to throw. This is caught. It's Woods. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To the air on first down, here's Willis. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down throw coming by Willis. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Willis looking to throw it. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. On the play fake, Corral. And that is incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, You can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Meanwhile, Corral's throw caught by Pierce. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. The Chiefs have added on, and they're pulling away in that one. A win would be their first of the young season. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
One final try here for Willis. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come